In this episode, we take you on a journey through mysterious scenes and moments that puzzled everyone who watched them. Footage filmed without any planning, but which raises questions that might change the way you look at what happens around you. I seek refuge in God from Satan the Accursed. The scene was filmed on January 16, 2014 by a woman after she noticed strange behavior from her dog. According to the woman, her dog was staring at the ceiling of the room for a long time in an unusual way, as if it was focused on something, which prompted her to start filming with her phone, not expecting that what she'd capture moments later would turn that ordinary night into a mysterious event. At the start of the recording, things begin simply. You can see a ribbon hanging from the ceiling fan moving on its own in a way that seems illogical. Moments later, the dog's behavior changes noticeably, rushing to hide under the bed as if it sensed something inside the room, which prompted the woman to check the windows to make sure they were closed, trying to rule out a draft as the cause of the ribbon's movement. Despite how strange it was, the woman didn't consider it enough proof of anything abnormal, and at first preferred to explain it as just a draft coming from somewhere. But what happened next was more alarming, making the woman and her friend realize something unusual was happening in the room. According to what was documented in the video, moments after the dog left the room, the chair the woman and her friend were sitting on began shaking on its own, as if there were a small earthquake. But the woman quickly realized it was stranger than that, since nothing else in the room was moving except that chair. Sometime after this event, her friend decided to post the video on social media, and it drew a flood of differing opinions and conflicting comments from viewers. While some thought the incident might have been staged, others focused on a strange detail hard to ignore: the dog's striking behavior in those moments, asking, if it was all just a trick, how do you explain the dog's odd behavior, its sudden hiding, then its leaving the room moments before the shaking happened? The scene continued to spark wide debate between those who see it as staged and those who believe what happened may have been caused by something unknown living in that house. This woman is named Sandy, and she recently moved into a new home in a quiet small town in Massachusetts. But the strange thing is that shortly after settling in, she began noticing suspicious sounds coming from her backyard. Something was moving outside, which prompted her to go back and carefully review her security camera footage, and she was shocked to see something she never expected at all. According to what the cameras documented, an elderly woman appeared sneaking into the yard repeatedly every night, doing strange, incomprehensible things, performing unusual movements closer to acrobatic moves, and at some moments she seemed to be trying to hide, as if fleeing from something not visible on camera. These repeated scenes greatly alarmed Sandy, prompting her to keep the recordings and hand them to the police to open an investigation into what was happening. But the surprise came later. It turned out this elderly woman wasn't a stranger at all, but her neighbor who lived nearby. The reason behind these strange actions was that she suffered from sleepwalking, a condition that makes a person move and act without full awareness of what they are doing. This young man has a YouTube channel where he posts videos documenting his exploration trips to mysterious places and abandoned landmarks. On May 12, 2024, he decided to try a different kind of adventure, choosing to film a video late at night inside a large cemetery located in Florida. At first, everything went normally, but after he started wandering around the place, he noticed some things that made him gradually feel tense. According to the recording, he first thought he glimpsed something mysterious moving in the dark and disappearing the moment he pointed his flashlight at it, but he didn't give it much importance at first, thinking what he saw might just be a visual illusion caused by light directed toward a window, until he noticed a person inside the cemetery. He first thought it might be one of the guards doing nightly rounds to check the place. But moments after watching from a distance using night vision, he began to notice that person's behavior wasn't normal at all. What caught the filmer's attention was that the unknown person was moving in an unusual way, repeatedly spinning in place as if doing some incomprehensible activity. At this point, the explorer's anxiety began to rise, and while he tried to understand what was happening in that place, the person made a sudden movement that made the explorer immediately back away. As shown in the recording, even though the explorer was hiding far away and using night vision to avoid being noticed, The person seemed to sense his presence and suddenly began moving toward him, which prompted the explorer to flee the place immediately, ending the recording at that moment. While the explorer guessed what appeared might just be a homeless person living there, some followers went to stranger interpretations, with some viewers believing what appeared might be an unknown figure that seemed to be doing something mysterious and incomprehensible. But because the explorer left without confirming the person's identity, what appeared in this video remains without a confirmed explanation to this day.